From its nail-biting finale to the exciting renewal announcement, these are the Chicago Fire Season 12 details that fans need to know. Fire fans, rejoice! Chicago Fire Season 12 is officially in the works. That's right. We will be returning to Firehouse 51 potentially before the end of the year. After the nail-biting finale of Season 11 left us with several major cliffhangers, fans were keen for the series to continue. Thankfully, before the finale dropped in May, fans already knew they would be getting more Chicago Fire when the series was renewed in April. That's a long time to not know if your favorite show is going to return. Now that fans are sure that the show is in fact coming back, here are the things that we know so far. While we don't yet have an official premiere date, we can expect Chicago Fire to return sometime this fall. Stella Judd actor Miranda Ray Mayo took to Instagram to express her excitement to be returning to the series. Congrats on Season 12, family! We're heading back to Firehouse 51 this fall. Seeing the usual premiere date has fallen in the September to November range. That would make sense. However, considering that the Writers Guild strike is still currently going on, it is possible that production may be delayed. That being said, seeing as the strike was in full swing when the announcement was made, maybe that has been factored into the production timeline. We can likely expect there to be between 20 and 22 episodes, seeing as that has been the standard for the series so far. So keep your eyes on your Amazon Prime Video, Hulu, and NBC apps, because that's where you can expect Season 12 to drop. NBC has confirmed that Chicago Fire will be airing on Wednesdays, but we don't really have anything more specific than that. Which Wednesday, NBC? The fans need to know. As far as the cast goes, there have been no major announcements yet, but we can assume that most of the cast will return. Seeing as Miranda was the one to make an announcement on Instagram, it's pretty safe to assume she is in. Elsewhere on the cast, longtime Chicago Fire star Taylor Kinney is currently taking a break from his role on the show. The actor, who plays Lieutenant Kelly Severide in the drama, stepped away from the drama earlier this year due to personal reasons. He has made several guest appearances since leaving the show's main cast. However, it seems unlikely he will return for a larger role anytime soon.
No, I'm okay.
Do you think this has something to do with the food truck?
Now, Taylor's reasons for leaving have been kept pretty private. What we do know is that he has happily set himself up in Portland and is pursuing other opportunities. And I mean, good for him. He has had a great run on Chicago Fire, leading the series for over 200 episodes, as well as appearing on spin-off series Chicago PD and Chicago Med, so I reckon he has definitely earned a breather. And who knows, maybe he will return in one way or another. The last we heard of his character was that he was currently missing, and his wife Stella was on a mission to find him. Seems very specific to me. Maybe they do have some plans to bring him back? Christian Stolte may also not be returning, seeing as what happened to his character the last time we saw him. Season 11 ended after Firehouse 51 reunited with Matt Casey to track down a domestic terrorist cell, which meant that instead of charging into a burning building, our heroes ended up under sniper fire. Mauch was hit by some shrapnel during the firefight and was rushed to hospital. Fans were scared at first, but it seemed like Mauch was going to pull through. But when Herman went to visit him in hospital, he began to bleed again from his wound. The last we saw of Mauch was the doctors rushing in to revive him while Herman looked on helplessly. It's unclear as to whether or not Mauch will survive this ordeal, which means Stolte may not be coming back for Season 12. Christian made a post on Instagram right before the finale aired, which a lot of fans worried sounded a lot like a goodbye. Our 11th season finale airs tonight. No spoilers, I just want to say it's been an extraordinary 11 years, and I'm so very grateful for the experience. Truck on, Cheehards. Man, either Stolte really likes to tease his fans, or else we may have really seen the end of Mauch. This is not how we want to see such a beloved mainstay go. Many people were hoping for a happier ending for the Chicago Fire original, but in the dangerous world of firefighting, tragedy can strike at any time. Mauch has been a major part of the series, serving as a veteran firefighter as well as the union representative. Losing Mauch would be a serious blow, both to the series as a whole, as well as to our characters down at Firehouse 51. Fans are also anticipating Jesse Spencer and Kara Kilmer will return, as well as Matthew Casey and Sylvie Brett. Fans were left waiting for Sylvie's answer after Matt got down on one knee and popped the question.
Sylvie Brett, we were meant to be.
The problem is that Matt still has to go back to Oregon. If Sylvie says yes, she too would leave the show. If she says no, well, I don't really want to think about that. Either way, it's a bitter pill to swallow. We want our characters to be happy, but we also want them to stay. Sorry, I'm getting a little worked up over here. I suppose that in an ideal world, it's possible for Matt to continue to appear as a recurring character if he and Sylvie can find a way to make it work. But that might be too optimistic given what else was going on in the finale. Sylvie does have her newly adopted daughter Julia to think about. Either way, season 12 will have to hold some major answers for Matt and Sylvie. The rest of the cast that is currently expected to return includes Eamon Walker as Wallace Bowden, Joe Minoso as Joe Cruz, Randy Flagler as Cap, David Agenberg as Christopher Harriman, Anthony Ferrari as Tony, Daniel Kyrie as Ritter, Hanako Greensmith as Violet McCamey, and Alberto Rezende as Blake Gallo. However, there could be a cast shakeup. It was reported the new season agreement with NBC requires the main cast to appear in fewer episodes to keep budget costs down. So maybe that will mean there are fewer episodes after all. Or perhaps they will utilize guest roles from characters over at Chicago Med and Chicago PD. The other plotline fans are excited to see play out is the love triangle between Carver, Violet, and Stella. Towards the end of the 11th season, Shep, the homeless man that the firefighters saved, believed that Stella and Carver were dating.
How's everything with Severide? The program still going good?
And it seems pretty clear that Carver wishes that was the case. Of course, he hasn't come out and said it yet, but it seems pretty clear that's where things are going. Seeing as Stella's husband is currently missing, it definitely could be a setup for a future relationship between the two. But it's pretty poor form on Carver's part to have a thing for a married woman, especially when he doesn't seem to notice Violet has got her own feelings for him. I mean, she hasn't said anything either, but her longing look towards the end of the season really says it all. The last serious Chicago Fire relationship Violet was in was with Evan Hawkins, and it came to a traumatic end when he died during a call. It's possible that she's not ready for a committed relationship, so it makes sense that she's downplaying her crush on Carver. Given that Carver has a thing for Stella, means that Violet probably shouldn't pursue anything with him in Chicago Fire Season 12. But these characters don't always make the best choices. So there are some big questions for our characters heading into Season 12, but no doubt it will make for an exciting series. So there you have it, from its nail-biting finale to the exciting renewal announcement. Those were the Chicago Fire Season 12 details fans need to know.